Now, today is Poetry Day Ireland, and the theme is connecting people through poetry. Our own Mary McAvoy has gone to Dublin to get the lowdown.
That's right, Maura and Dahi. Poetry Day Ireland is well underway, and all over the country people are finding different and enjoyable ways to enjoy poetry. And here to tell me more about the event is the Director of Poetry Ireland, Maureen Kennelly. Maureen, tell us what Poetry Day Ireland is about.
Essentially, Mary, it's a one-day festival, and we established it 4 years ago, and it's really where everybody celebrates the power of poetry in their lives. There's an incredible richness in the poetry scene in contemporary Ireland, and there are events happening in every single county on the island. And really, it's making sense of the fact that we are world leaders in poetry and that it's practically our national art form.
So give us an idea of some of the events you have planned.
Well, all day long, these pocket poems have been given out in venues from hospitals to Photo Wildlife Park to Apple Green service stations. Events have been taking place in every county, everything from coffee mornings celebrating poetry to poetry readings, poetry writing workshops, poetry and music events. And it's really about surprising people with poetry.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Now, I'm going to talk to one of the ambassadors of Poetry Day Ireland, a man who has clocked up over 1 million views of his poetry, would you believe? It's Stephen James Smith. Tell us how you started writing poetry.
Well, I'm just a failed musician, and I wrote a couple of songs during my mock exams and I wasn't allowed to leave the exam hall. And then I just kept on at it and eventually found myself into poetry, so very much by accident.
And you work in communities, don't you, Stephen, as a writer in residence?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm working in the Dunways Arts Centre in Portlaoise, where I'm working in 6 schools. I'll be going into the Midlands Prison, and I'm working with Youth Reach and Youth Theatre, as well as doing some work in the Axis in Ballymun. So it's a great opportunity for me to get out there and to engage with the local community. I learn a lot myself, have a bit of fun, and try and encourage people to express themselves.
Now, Stephen, you're going to perform one of your poems that's called My Ireland.
The whole piece is actually 11 minutes long, it's 1,800 words, but I'll just give you a little snippet of it now. My Ireland, you're with a river rush, always fluid in flux and need of a little hush. My Ireland's talking to itself, but so busy listening to Joe, it's not hearing anything. My Ireland's saying, Groga Joe, Agus Sláinte Ashio. My Ireland's reading in the years, but not watching what's happening now, while so many are raining in the tears and trying to cope somehow. My Ireland's terrified of leaving the immersion on. My Ireland, you are the river rush of the Corrib, Nor, Foyle, Shore, Shannon, Lagan, Liffey, Lee, and every tributary wash over me. Wash over me. Wash over me.
Oh, Stephen, that was fantastic.